Okay, so I know I said the thing that I was gonna go do the Dragoon thing next, but whatever. Pulling Double Booty is the name of this side quest that will, in fact, give us an ether current and a choice of earrings for either my Paladin or Dragoon. So let's accept it. Your clothes, your manner, you must be a woman of Eorzea. Do you know of the East Aldenard Trading Company then? I hear they're a fairly prosperous vendor where you are from. Yeah, your acquaintances with the Kugane branch office owner? Oh, the chief's been searching high and low for a well-connected woman such as yourself. Oh, but before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Han Saku, and you would be? Mercy? That should be easy enough to remember. Now, Mercy, do me a favor and meet with the chief, would you? Ever since those damned Garleans strengthened their grip on Hingashi, our contacts in Kugane have quit trading with us. He could really use your help in establishing a new business partner. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate. You see, I only just joined the Confederacy. Life has been hard, really hard, for me lately, and if things were to fall apart here, I'd have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is the tiny lodge. The chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there, but I trust you'll find it easily enough. I'm counting on you, Mercy. Then west we shall head, sir. It's actually not too far at all. Jazz Wolf. Alright, here is Tsukikage. Tsukikage. Enraged merchant, panicked merchant, both like with sitting on the ground with their hands bound behind their backs. Gentlemen, since you refuse to pay the ruby tithe with coin, you shall instead be paying with your blood. I believe an arm each will suffice. Wait, we're with the East Aldenard Trading Company. I suggest you think twice about this. When word of this gets back, you'll be the ones to pay. The other one nods. He sheathes his samurai sword. Oh, you should have said so sooner. Suzume, see that our distinguished guests are escorted to our best room, in the dungeons. I shall go and sharpen my knives. You heard the man, says Suzumi. And he lifts them both from their butts. Oh. Get up and start walking. Apparently he also bruised them a bit, but did undo their bonds. Bonds, yes, that's the right word. Say bounds for some reason, but bonds. I trust you stuck around this long because there was something you wished to discuss with me. Make it quick. As you can see, I'm a very busy man. So at last we are joined by someone actually associated with the East Aldenard Trading Company. Excellent. Suzume comes back. The Kami have thrown us a lifeline, sir. That said, what was the fool thinking? Hansaku should have had the courtesy to accompany our honored guest here. Please allow me to apologize on his behalf, mistress. Ah, it seems the ill manners of our subordinate have begun to rub off on us. We have not yet introduced ourselves. I am Tsukikaji, and this is my right hand, Suzumi. Well, it seems Hansaku has touched upon the gist of our troubles. Please allow me to fill you in on the details. As you know, all boats seeking safe passage through the Ruby Sea must pay our levy, the Ruby Tithe. Give us more than we ask. We might even provide you with men to guide your ship through especially difficult waters. For as far back as anyone can remember, the system has been in place, enduring even after Doma was occupied by the Imperials. While the Empire has always shown little interest in our activities, with the Otsuyu's rise to power, that has changed. The royal viceroy has banned the merchants of Kugane from bartering with us or paying our tolls. With those Bakufu dogs backing her, everyone is far too terrified to disobey. That was horrible, I'm sorry. Many outside the port city are also looking to use the current state of affairs to avoid paying their dues, like the two we just took into custody. While we have confiscated their goods without our contacting Kugane to purchase them, they are of little value to us. Thus we look to Othard. If we were able to establish a trade agreement with their biggest vendor, our worries would be over. It is, however, something we cannot accomplish alone. I would look to you for help. Now, I am quite certain the men on the ship we seized are lying about their affiliation. Suzumi, show her. She procures something, hands it to. This flag and the items we found aboard the vessel do not appear to belong to the East Aldenard Trading Company. We must, however, be certain. We cannot risk raising the ire of a potential trading partner by attempting to sell them their own goods. Please take the flag and Suzumi's inventory list to one of your contacts at their Kugane branch and inquire as to whether any of it is from one of their ships. Sorry. Ugh. Reading is hard sometimes, especially trying to be in character. Sure, 287. I could, you know what? Actually, I could fly, I believe. Let's do that. Let's see what a flight is like. So go to the not Griffin, Falcon Porter. There it is. I'll take the Falcon over to Kugane, if I may. Yep, Kugane 205. It's 2 minutes, God, and slightly less skill than teleporting. I kind of want to see the flight. So we fly east over the shallow waters around a very thick but not super tall hill. It's tall. It's like maybe half an Empire State Building tall, but it's thick. Southeast now over some more like shallow waters, but now we're going over a larger kind of island. That's kind of cool. This falcon is big. Beautiful brown bird with like and a white tipped feathers all over. The Isle. Oh, and we do actually discover shit while we fly over. That's pretty fun. So I get the experience points for that. That's pretty sick. This was a good idea after all for just the experience points alone. Some more like open waters, open deeper waters. One barrier isle that stands alone. Kind of about as tall and thick as the first one I mentioned. And then we make it actually back to the Ruby Price, which is where we had to swim back and forth from and to for a couple quests. That man-made fortification kind of island thing, and we cross the boundary into Kugane, which just lands you there immediately. Okay, cool. Without further ado, you are here. Thank you very much. We'll go to the Ruby Bazaar via the Ethernet. Just a click away. Okay. Oh, and it's right here. Or at least somebody here. Mistress Valkyr, what a pleasure it is to see you. How might I be of service to you today? Says an East Aldenard Trading Company merchant. We will hand over the scarlet flag and the inventory list. You would like to know if this flag or any of the items listed here came from one of our ships. I'm afraid I cannot help you there. Kikimo, however, might be able to tell you. She's in charge of inventory and is currently stocking our ships at Pier 1. Pier 1, I have a telepoint, Ethernet point for that. There's a Viking for that. Alright, Kikimo. And who might you be? Ah, Mistress Valkyr. I have heard a great deal about you. Very well. I shall take a look at your flag and list. Hand 'em over, baby. None of these items are even remotely familiar. It is as you suspected. You've been lied to. It is a shame you were the one to ask. Had it been anyone else, it would have been an easy thing to claim the ship and its goods as our own. Many of the items listed here are worth their weight in gold and then some. With this, those men could have easily paid the tithe several times over. Such luxurious items can be rather hard to come by, so do let me know if your friends are looking to sell any of this. We'd be more than happy to find a buyer for them. Alright, I do not need to experience the Falcon on the way back, so we'll take the 287 telepoint back to Onokoro. Coral. Back to the Aura Samurai. Mistress Mercy, you are returned. Very good. Now if you would be so kind as to give the flag and list back to me. Sure, I guess, yeah. It was as we suspected then. In light of Mistress Kikimo's proposal, however, not even their evident guilt can sour my mood. Indeed, this is fantastic news, sir. It is everything we had hoped for and more. While certainly promising, we are not yet out of the woods. Mistress Mercy, I trust we can rely on your continued support. I have a feeling we will be needing it. And 265 earrings. Probably going to go to Dragoon because I'm pretty sure my... actually, I guess Dragoon is already 270 also. Cool. I'll take the critical hit materia times 3. So plus 6 times 3. Awesome sauce. Cool. Opens up a new quest that doesn't really do much for me aside from, like, you know, experience points, possibly some gear, blah blah blah. God, I can't imagine doing all of, like, literally all the quests that exist. That's a lot. But that's the end of this video. I'll make a video for the Dragoon quest next. I'm decreeing it right now. And actually, I will make this my home point for that reason for now. Or, yeah, my home point. Yeah, Ronger's Reach is done. Okay, cool. I'll see you next time.